Previously on my channel, I showed you how you can use the Gemini and the Reddit APIs to estimate a Reddit user's Myers-Briggs personality type. Today, I'll show you a different version of the Colab notebook where you can make your own custom queries into that user. You can query anything you like, including but not limited to, say, their values, their political beliefs, what they think about X being any subject, assuming I've talked about it. You want to set up both your Reddit API and your Gemini API in your Google Colab secrets here. So please see the description for the respective videos on each, because I'm going to be assuming you already have those set up. And the links are also here in the notebook. Here's the structure of the prompt. Basically, I'm going to say, I want you to make the following query about a particular Reddit user based on their comments and submissions in this Reddit history. Please pay close attention to the dates of the comments and submissions and pay more attention to the more recent dates. If something the user says conflicts with an earlier comment or submission they made, assume they've changed and the more recent one is more likely true now. And then the query will be put in this box right here, denoted by these two dash lines, sets of dash lines. And then after the query, you'll say, please answer to this query, state an explanation for why you chose your answer, and state your confidence in your answer. And then the Reddit history goes here in this placeholder. And actually, we actually don't want comments here, just want their Reddit history. And then we run this query, we send it to Gemini. Also, I've set up the program here to cache the user's Reddit history, so you won't need to run the Reddit API to get it every time you want to do a different query on it. So now let's run this on Lex Friedman, and let's ask it, let's say, does this user sound like a nice person? And let's run that query here. Since I had it run an earlier query, it's just going to read the history, Lex Friedman's Reddit history from cache. And then here it says the answer is yes. And there's a medium confidence. And based on Lex's comments and submissions, he comes across as a nice and respectable person, blah, blah, blah here. Okay. And now let's see. Let's ask, what do you think his political beliefs are? What are this person's political beliefs? And then it's just going to load the history that it downloaded from cache. And then it says, based on his recent comments and submissions, it appears to hold center-right to right-wing political views. Okay, I mean, based on his recent interviews on his YouTube channel, I would probably say that, but it may, if you asked this a few years ago, it might be something different. And now let's ask a different question. This one might be more applicable if you come across someone on Reddit and your interactions with them probably weren't that pleasant. You may want to run this on them and say, does this person seem like a troll? And I can tell you, Lex Friedman is not a troll. He's a real podcaster. And here it says they're pretty confident about it. His comments and posts reveal a genuine enthusiasm for intellectual exploration. All right, and we can also run this on Bill Gates, just like how we did before. And since I haven't run a query in this Jupyter, in this Colab session, it's gonna have to download Bill Gates's Reddit history here, so it's gonna take a while. So okay, it finished that answer no, and then it's pretty confident. Obviously, Bill Gates is not a a troll. He's the guy who started Microsoft after all. So it's pretty confident here. Now let's ask him. Um, let's see. What are this Reddit user political beliefs? So Bill Gates' political beliefs are center left. Blah blah blah. Okay. Then let's see here. What else can we ask? Let's say, let's try something probably not mentioned in there. Let's say, does this user like bacon? No, there's no mention of bacon in his Reddit history. Okay, fair enough. So there you have it. And here's another cool thing I've noticed here. Once, if you run this, you can go in the folder here, then browse to this temp folder, and you have their histories right here, Lex Friedman and Bill Gates's history. So we can even download this in ChatGPT, and basically I can go here. Actually, I'm gonna bring this up here. I'm gonna take this one. We can go open a ChatGPT window here, and we can do another query here. We just drag this into ChatGPT, and then we ask it the same questions. We just say, this is a Reddit user's history. Please tell me if they sound like a nice person. And then you can just continue chatting with them about this person's history here and ask further questions like, what does this person's political beliefs sound like? Nuance not easily categorized into traditional left right. I mean, that sounds like Lex Friedman. Oh, and one other thing I'll show you. I'm not gonna run it because I've already ran it myself. If you run this program and you run it on your own Reddit account, your main Reddit username, and you get the history here, you can download this. Go to ChatGPT, put this prompt in here. I'll put this prompt in the video description, and you can use it here. You can just put this here, but this I'm not Lex Friedman, so I'm not going to run this. You can put this here, run it, and have ChatGPT look at your Reddit history and put all of put any relevant information it can find into its memory so it can better help you. I mean, there are pros and cons to doing this. I did this for my Reddit account, but you can do this if you like. If you want, if you're comfortable sharing your Reddit history with ChatGPT and have it better give you better advice. Because maybe in the past you used Reddit to ask questions about or maybe ask for advice about something and then you responded to that and then ChatGPT can look at that history, put it in its memory, and then when you ask other questions in the future, it'll offer you more personalized advice. So that's another cool thing you can do here. So anyways, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to see more content like this in the future. Peace.